Massive week of footy and underway again tonight. The Crows at home taking on the Bombers. Big show coming your way. Nace Top 5, the hot topics. Matthew Nicks, the coach of the Adelaide Crows, to join us, and a very special night for us here on the Friday Huddle. I look across at our captain. He's proud. He's proud. His name is Luke Darcy, and he's proud.
Almost emotional, I would say, Howie, and I mean that in the most positive way. We always knew the man alongside me was a legend, and it was only a matter of time. But to have it officially recognised, only the 32nd ever official AFL legend. What a great night it is.
Damo, it took too long for mine. Hello to you.
I agree. It should have been done some years ago, but he's there now, and I'm looking forward to our Triple M Friday Huddle celebration of the occasion.
And nice to see you, Nathan. And the best thing about this is we know Jason likes to embrace this type of thing, and he's very happy to make it all about himself tonight.
Well, we're going to be happy for him because he doesn't seem to be happy. But I've noticed he has been out shopping. He's
What's
got
he
some
wearing?
new clothes.
What's he got?
He's got a new Tommy Hilfiger top on. He's got some Ralph Lauren pants. He's got some new Nike runners, and he is on this weekend.
Has he bought that this week, Brownie?
He has bought that this week, and I saw his show up on the TV screen. He had a new Nike T-shirt on, so he's like, I'm in the legend. I need to go out and get some new clubber.
That one was 10 years old on the screen, and I bought a long sleeve T-shirt. That is the only thing that's new.
Chief,
but thank you, Nathan.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mark.
We do joke on this, but congratulations, mate. What does this tremendous honour mean to you and your family and all your supporters, mate?
It's a great privilege, an incredible honour, and a very humbling one. And it's been a really, it's a sobering week. It actually is, but it's also been a long week. Lots of messages, lots of chatting to people, and I'm not comfortable with all the attention, as you know. So it's been slightly challenging at times, but I'm eternally grateful for the honour because, as Duke said, I mean, when you consider in the history of the game, there's only 32 there. That speaks volumes for what the honour actually is.
Chief, can you just remind people, because only last week at Gather Round we were talking about your upbringing, and for all intents and purposes you should have played rugby union or rugby league, and the fact that you chose in the 80s or even earlier AFL football as your chosen path, given how random that is, how did that come about?
I started when I was 5 in the under-7s because you weren't allowed to play rugby at that age, and I apparently bothered my parents endlessly saying, I want to play footy, want to play footy, want to play footy. Now, my father was a rugby union man. I played rugby union at private school, but you weren't allowed to play at that age. So I started in the under-7s as a 5-year-old playing Aussie rules at Coorparoo, and then just went under-7s, under-9s, 11s, all the way through with my mates there.
Chief, with the coming of age and the perspective that changes as every single person in life gets older, how was it this week when, well, actually the phone call you got from Richard Goyder and the realisation, and then as it settled, just now that you are, and I'm not making this a 60th birthday thing, but we're celebrating that this year on other occasions, how important was it for you, just in where you are right now?
Happy to get it while I'm still breathing, Damien, which is nice.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you had got it, say 10 years ago, would it have meant as much, maybe?
Oh, I think it would. Would. I got the call opening round. We were up in Sydney doing a game for Fox, and I was actually sitting next to Sarah Jones waiting for our coverage to start, and had a call from Richard Goyder. And it's funny, I'm going, what have I got a call from Richard Goyder for? And she goes, oh, you're a legend. You're being made a legend. Shut up, Jonesy. And then I went away and called him back, and he got the news, and then I had to go back and lie to Jonesy and say it was nothing to do with that. So.
Was your first instinct, Chief, that your past may have caught up with you in another area?
No, nothing like that, Chief. But I am really glad. I'm really glad the AFL came out and made it public news, because there's nothing worse than having to sit on something, particularly when you work in this industry. And as you get close to the Hall of Fame night, people start giving their opinions on who's going to be elevated, who's going to be inducted, all those sorts of things. So it's nice not to have to lie for a couple of months.
And you love the night too, don't you? You get your old Hawthorn mates, Johnny Platten.
It's the best night of the year.
Yeah.
You just get to share it with former teammates, former opponents, great people that you just don't see very often in the game. And I think they do it really, really well, the AFL.
Chief, you know I love you. I consumed everything this week, Damo. I watched on the couch, I read the papers, I watched the press conference. But my favourite quote was provided by Ben Dixon. Usain Bolt in a Hawthorn jumper. I thought that was an outstanding quote, Chief.
Couldn't be further from the truth.
Now
he's a tall, lithe, athletic type, and I'm a little robust thing.
Now, you know we have tremendous love for you, and we are now doing a new segment.
Just about done.
We're actually just starting, to be honest with you, Chief. We're doing a new segment on the Friday Huddle, Darcy, and it goes something like this.
Jason Dunstall, this is your life.
How you feeling about this
It'll
segment?
be a very short segment.
Well, it's not. It's actually rather lengthy because the Triple M phone lines, Darth, blew up this week
Unbelievable.
with people. This is not a national situation. This is a global situation, Damo, where people wanted to express their love for the Chiefs. So we collected and collated a lot of messages. We could go for hours, but this man is international. He's global. And the first message left on 133353 on Triple M was from the 2005 Ashes winning skipper, Michael Vaughan.
Of course it was.
Hey Chief, Michael Vaughan here. Huge congrats on the legend induction. 1,254 goals, 4 flags, extraordinary. Reckon you were a bit stiff actually not to win it in 1992 after 145 goals in the Brownlee, but there's another story for you. But Scotty Wynn got that. What a great player he was. Anyway, well done. See you in Oz in a few months' time. See you, pal. Well done.
You fed him some poor
Scotty
information.
Wynn,
Howie,
Scotty
didn't
Wynn.
you?
I said it's like wind, as in wind up, and he's gone with win. That was about
He was
20
a
more
massive
messages.
fan of
Massive
the
fan.
Chief,
Of
wasn't
course
he?
he was.
Absolutely.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, Howie. The second
Yes.
person to call in
Who's
was
that?
also a cricketer, and I
Yes.
think it's everyone's favourite cricketer from an Australian perspective.
Right.
G'day Chief, Gilly here. Legendary status, mate, truly deserved. 4-time premiership player, 6-time 100 for the Hawks. But what I remember is your courage, real courage, to wear that helmet. I mean, many considered it, but they thought better. But courageous by you, mate.
Big messages, Brownie.
Big messages.
More?
Well, that's sport. That is cricket. So we have got Australia's most well-known poet and lyricist to put this together.
Dunstall, first name Jason. Your work puts me in mind of a classical stonemason, the art of force refined. Nothing complicated, your body served your eye, skill and power weighted, all lined up, straight as a die. On the toughest of all stages, you built a great cathedral, a monument for the ages. You're a legend, Jason Dunstall. Now, just in case you're wondering who this might be at all, it's the singer, not the swansman, Kelly, first name Paul.
Wow.
Is that nice of
Writing
him?
poems
Who got hold of
about
him?
the I don't know, Chief. He just
rang-
left 133353.
I don't think he rang in off
He
his own
rang.
bat.
He did.
They rang
He
into
Let's
it.
be honest, none of us could have written what Paul Kelly just came up with there.
We're only scratching the surface here, Darth.
He's a poet in every sense of the word, and he loves the Chief.
He
Massive
loves the Chief.
footy fan too.
I'd
Paul
like
Kelly.
Nathan to write a poem about me.
Oh.
I think
He
Nate
is a
could do
poet.
that.
Okay.
By the end of tonight, that's your task,
problem.
Nate. We're going to finish tonight with a poem for Chief. The Wisden Cricketer of the Year,
Yes.
called Triple M. Have a listen to this.
G'day Chief, Pat Cummins here. Congratulations on the legend status. I haven't seen many better combinations than Stark and Hazel with a new pill, but I reckon you and Dermot were a thing of beauty. And you were better than him. Congratulations, mate.
He's rung in from Hyderabad, where he's captaining the IPL.
And they're flying the Sunrisers
They are.
too.
They are. Now
In
we're
between
only,
accepting the Wisden Cricketer of the Year.
Wisden Cricket of the Year. We're only warming up now. We
Wait,
were
surely
surprised.
one more.
No,
One more,
oh
and
no,
that's it.
Chief.
There's
no,
a few more,
no.
Chief.
We got a call from Lahore. They checked it back who it was, and it was the great Pakistani was on the line.
Oh, come on.
Hey Chief, it's Wazim Akram here. Congrats on the legend status. I'm known for my swing bowling, but I'm most proud of my hair. It's very soft and bouncy, but it's nothing compared to the most magnificent hair you used to have. So long, so lovely, so soft. But where is gone now, Chief?
Where's it gone now, Chief?
What's
Very funny from was
Was that actually him or someone putting on
No,
an accent?
that was him. 1-353 should be a voice. Damo, the numbers kept ringing.
They did, not just cricketers, Howie. This is a round ball exponent
Oh.
and a
Chief's gonna love
famous
this.
Australian
Chief's
from the
gonna love this.
1970s and 1980s.
G'day, Chief. This is Craig Johnston. I hope you're well. And this is a call just to congratulate you for your Hall of Fame recognition at last. And, mate, also because I know you're a big red. You're one of us. And what a great season it would be with you getting that recognition. But also, how about us winning the Premier League for Jurgen Klopp? That would be wonderful. Mate, I've had a few recognitions over the years, but, mate, I'd give away a couple of my medals if I was able to kick as consistently and professionally and score as many goals as you have in a glorious career. So, mate, all I wanted to say is all the very best and You'll never walk alone, and come on, you Reds. Come on, you Reds. Come on, you
Love
Reds.
it.
One last big season.
FA Cup
And
winner,
the season
Chief.
was going brilliantly until we lost to Palace last week, which probably puts us under the gun. But anyway, great. He's right. I'm a true Red. We're Liverpool through and through.
But wait, there's more?
Absolutely, there is more. There is more.
Who else
and
rang in?
You grew up barracking for
Carlton.
Imagine if you could have played with this guy.
Hey Bungall, it's Sticks here, mate. Hope you're well. Congratulations, legend status. It's about bloody time we got in. You're always going to be what a star player you've always been. Bungall, we've had great times on off the field. The Metro nightclub, we had a few incidents there in the old days. But I'll never forget the great thing you did for the Carlton Football Club. You laid down for the 87 grand final and helped the Blues win it, mate. So that's the greatest achievement you've ever done, apart from all the premierships at Hawthorn. What a great player you were, mate. Congratulations on your appointment. Well done, mate. Sticks.
One of the best blokes in football, Sticks. And is there a deeper voice from anyone in football?
And one of the great things is actually, for me, sitting in a room when Stephen Kernan walks in and the admiration that he generally has for the Chief. And we saw that, I think, in round 2. He had a pretty big afternoon. Sticks
He's a ripper bloke.
The thing I love about Chief is that he doesn't have many people that he's had blues with
No.
over the journey. In fact, you walk around and he's universally loved the Chief.
Absolutely. We love him.
But he has had one famous run in over the journey, and we thought, maybe time to
rang
go
in.
and just settle an old score. And I think this is a nice message as well, Chief.
Jason Dunstall, Stephen Quartermain here. Congratulations on your incredible honour. All jokes aside, you thoroughly deserve this gong. You were a champion and also played with great courage and humility. Thank you for contributing to 4 Hawthorn premierships. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd love to take you out for a succulent Chinese meal, minus the fried rice.
He sent me a nice message too, Q. Ripper bloke.
They kept coming.
All right, wrap it up, Bubba. Throw it in our break.
We've got a couple more.
1-333-5-3. One of the most iconic voices, and you'll know it as soon as you hear it in VFL AFL history. Rang in, and he was enamoured by you, Chief. This man.
Hey Chief, Sandy Roberts here.
Yep.
Just want to congratulate you on the well-deserved elevation to legend status. I got to say, I did love commentating on you as a player. I get so excited when you're about to kick 100 and I was calling. I'd watch that ball sail through, I'd ramp it up, and then I'd see you giving the crowd absolutely nothing. No emotion, nothing. Come on, Chief. At least a smile, man. Seriously, love your work, Jason.
Got another lovely message from Sandals as well.
Right.
Cracking
Now,
bloke.
we spoke about Wasim before, who spoke about hair, and there was no better hair in 85, 86, 87, around the 88 time than you. In tennis, there was no better hair in 85, 86, 87 than a great Hawthorn supporter in Pat Cash.
His speed and agility made him a pretty good tennis player. I'm surprised how good a tennis player he was. Boy, can he play. But I tell you where he doesn't play too well was the nightclubs in London. But well done to Dunstall, Jace. Mate, absolutely. A superstar. Given me and the Hawks fans so much pleasure over the years seeing you perform, play. Amazing. And congratulations. Absolutely. I know you're modest, but, mate, take it. You are an absolute superstar legend.
So
He was one that could lead the boys astray overseas. Cashy.
the nightclubs in London, what happened there?
Yeah, he had access to everything. Everything.
Did he train
Private
Chief?
clubs, the lot.
Chief, did he train with the Hawks? Is that true?
He's come down and do pre-season. He'd bring a mate and they'd join in the running sessions. You know, you do what was called fartlek back then, where you just jog the bends and sprint the straights, and you know, you
It's
do
still
half an
fartlek.
hour of that. Yeah, and I didn't know if they use that term these days, Nate. And he'd just run with the boys, and they all knew him because he was a keen Hawthorn man, and he was a really good athlete. He's quick, very quick.
Chief, you know,
All
I
right.
could speak about. I just
Wrap it
got
up, Bubba.
one question. We've got no more grabs, but you talked about the fact you were how old when you played your first game of
5.
footy? 5. I know it's a long time ago, but what's your first memory of kicking a big bag? Like in the under watts when you just cut loose? Under 7s, under 9s?
No recollection.
No recollection at all.
When I had the fortunate experience to interview Chief for that Centurions
Yeah, it was
project
an
I did some years
amazing
ago, he kicked six times, 100 goals in a season. You could remember a couple of the times that it went through. That's how many goals you kicked.
Well, couple of hits to the head, I think, Damo, has probably affected the memory. But
were you a star as a
bits and
kid?
pieces.
Were you a star?
No, not really. Not
Yes, you
not
were.
early days. You just played with your mates. But we had a really good team. We had some gun players, and we won it every year. throughout the juniors. It was just
Were you a
playing
full
with your mates.
forward or not?
No, I started as a half forward flank. I went on to be a ruck rover, a centre half forward. Wasn't until 84, I reckon, when I first started to play senior footy at Coorparoo that I started playing full forward.
And we had John Kennedy Jr. last week. It was incredibly entertaining and told the story of you going to Fitzroy training and them saying not required, Chief. Do you remember that session?
Yeah, I do. We had a week there. And first training session at Fitzroy, I got ripped by Bernie Quinlan.
Big Bernie gave it to you?
Yeah, we were just doing some circle work and I didn't call him back. I didn't think he was going to get there, so I said, I'll get it. And he just turned around
Big super boot.
Call a player back and protect their back as he coming. And so I learned very quickly.
So who at Fitzroy delivered the message to you that it's not going to work out?
They just didn't get back to me. It's don't call us, we'll call you.
Who was the coach of Fitzroy at the time?
Rob Walls.
Oh,
But I was desperate to get out of Carlton, and I'd spoken to them, but then they didn't get back to me either. I would have crawled over broken glass to play for
So you
the
got in
Blues.
touch. You didn't hear anything back from the Blues,
Nope. But I got an offer. No, I actually got an offer from both Fitzroy and Hawthorn,
right?
but it wasn't about the money.
Why'd you choose Hawthorn?
More stable club at the time because Fitzroy always looked to be struggling a bit. As I said, it was like one offer was like 5,000 and one was 10,000, so it wasn't exactly big dollars back then.
I think we throw the rest of the rundown out, Damo, and
I'd
we
be
just
happy to.
spend
We're done.
an hour and a half talking to Chief about
I've
Chief.
got another
We're
10
done.
questions out of that last 3 minutes.
And I think that's what the audience want. Unprecedented feedback on the 1335 live. People want to leave their own messages to us.
100%. 1333 is the
No.
number.
Leave a message
No,
for Chief.
Bubbler, add. Come on.
We're going to take
He's
a
had
break.
enough, the Chief.
We could come back with news, but I think we come back with more of the Chief. Now you've got some funny stuff.
Well, Howie, I reckon one of the Triple M family's favourite footy stories from yesteryear is the drink stealer. Das, remember the drink
I
stealer at the
remember
MCG?
that very well. I remember there nearly being some legal
There
issues
was.
at the time.
We sort of built it up, and
Did we ever
I think
find out who it was?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we knew who it was.
Who was
it? No, and Chief Spud loved it. Spud just was in his element, and we got sat down by the Triple M lawyers on the day we're about to name names, and told we couldn't, and we never have, and never
The
will.
actual lawyer said you can't name who it is.
And Damon, can I remind people that in the day you'd have the fridge and you'd Chief would have his zeros there, his Coke
Diet
Zero,
Coke,
Diet Coke,
not Coke Zero.
No, sorry, Diet Cokes, and you could go to the fridge and you could take a couple of drinks, and then word came out. Sorry, Dam, am I stealing your story?
No.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're setting it up that way
Yeah.
because that's exactly what happened. And JB was ropeable as much as anyone when it came out this way.
I've gone and got a white cup, a plastic cup. I put ice in there. I went under the Diet Coke post mix,
Which is a bad disgrace in itself.
which we're only drinking because the drink stealer kept stealing the other bloody drinks. Under it went and vapour came out. Just gas, just air, just came out. I've turned to Bazza. I said, Bazza, what's this? He said, sorry, pal. Until we work out what's so rotten here. She's machine off.
Yeah, and no one is beyond suspicion, he said.
So, Howie, we even got one day Stephen Goff, who was running the MCG at the time, on, and he said there was CCTV of this person at the end of each game going into the fridge area,
Who was it, Damo?
putting a backpack underneath it and using the right arm to swipe the entire
No.
row of drinks into his bag. So that was Stephen Goff saying that at the time. The reason I'm raising all this and the reason I'm setting all this up is it pains me to say
Why are you laughing, Nate?
that there is a drink stealer amongst this group
It's got to be Nate 'cause
sitting
he's
with me tonight.
laughing.
And he's just realised who I'm talking about.
Oh, no.
Now, I want to set this up. This guy, Nathan Brown, who is on top of the ground at the moment, the finasteride working, the Botox is working. He's just knocked out Kane Corns. He's got a lot of money to do so.
Crypto's
flying.
One go-karting.
Christina's so in love. We had a beautiful day last Sunday with him. He got a free trip with his family through the Channel 9 sponsorship of Goombaya World, and they looked after him. He had a little incident with an animal. We'll just may talk about that later on, but he had special screenings of live animal performances just for the Brown family. They
nice.
get everything put on for them, Das.
He's airborne, mate.
He's airborne.
Had her own cabana.
And then as he's going, as he's leaving, there may be some CCTV of Nathan putting a little bag under the fridge, using the right arm, swiping the entire contents of the soft drinks into said bag, having had the whole day provided to you for free.
Oh, no.
Is this true?
That's absolutely true, Damo.
Why would
So-
you do that, Nate?
We went to Goombaya World, beautiful place out there. We were able to go on the water slides, the rides, the Dodgem cars. and then went to Hurricane Cabana, and it was stocked the fridge. So they said, anything you want today, it is on us, and they bought us food.
While you're there.
and
At the venue?
At the venue, in the fridge.
To
So our
consume
very
in the
own
Cabana.
fridge.
While you're at
Our
Gabaya
very
World.
own fridge.
Probably lucky he didn't
What do
take
you-
the whole fridge.
Did you go and steal an animal as well and knock one of them off and bring them home
just the
too,
waters
Nate?
and the soft drinks I put into the big bag and took them home for the
How
kids.
many
Oh,
drinks,
wow.
Nate?
There was about 3.
No, please,
You don't
Nate.
use a whole arm for 3, Nate.
Is there vision, Damo?
There is Vision, which I'm trying to
Oh,
get my
go,
hands
go
on.
get the vision then, Damo.
Do you know what
Let's
the best
see.
part, Damo, the best part of the whole story was we were all laughing about the original drink stealer, and it wasn't until halfway through the story the penny dropped for Nate, and he started giggling. He was just enjoying, thinking, "Oh, it's not me." Oh, hang on, it's me.
Nate, and this has concerned me for a while that you're on this great run in life and
Yeah.
everything's going
It's gotta
well.
stop,
that
Jig,
it
at some
could
stage.
come to a
But the way I look at it, they said the drinks
I
are
know how
yours.
you look at it.
The drinks are yours.
But
So
the
I
way
didn't want to
we
leave
look at
them
it,
there.
It's a given that you can
They would've
shoot
gone
on the
off.
premises.
So I
Drinks
They
don't
would have
go
gone
off.
off.
Yes.
Lemonade
So-
doesn't just
so
go
Nate-
off.
Nathan.
Say someone put
I
a
left
bar
the
tab
Coke
on
vanilla
for you,
there,
Nate.
though. I did want the Coke vanilla.
You went to a bar and put on a bar tab. At the end of the night, do you go behind the bar and
you
just
don't.
reef all of the
That's,
spirit?
that's different. You know that. That's silly. I wouldn't do that. That's stealing.
We're not sure what you wouldn't do, Nate.
So after becoming a champ a couple of weeks ago, when I did my fight,
Cheapy, what are we
there's
dealing
been, there
with?
must admit there has been a few offers. There's been a few offers to
Have there?
maybe go again, but I'm not
You
thinking
got an offer the
about
next night, actually.
it.
Greg Williams said, I'm nearly 60
Yeah.
and I'll fight you now.
He did. Right now.
Right now, if required.
So
we
I
spoke
thought
about it. We spoke about it at Fox last night. Lee Montagne's prepared to take Brownie on.
Is he?
Yeah, Joey will take you on.
Can he go?
Fair dinkum.
I think umpire Ray Chamberlain's up for the fight too.
So the top 5 potential next fights.
Oh,
For you,
I
Nate.
But I'm
this.
coming at it from the angle of Floyd Mayweather, who only fought people he knew he could win against. So
Right.
he liked to hand select his opponents. So these opponents are hand selected that
So these are
I feel like a win.
these
And I'll
are
put
5
Joey in as an honourable mention as well. He can go straight in.
These are 5 chumps.
Oh,
A bit like your
no,
first opponent.
Maybe not chumps, just
And
they're a step up from Kane,
Right.
but people I think I can still beat.
Okay.
and that quokka last
Hard to
week
go
was a
a step
special
down.
mention.
Right, who you got?
So at number 5,
Chump
and
number 5.
I'm sick of this guy putting me in the nuff on a Saturday afternoon, but I feel like Bernie Vince would be a perfect starter at number 5.
Man.
He's got the nice, good looks. I think he's a sort of skinny. I think he'd be relatively soft, Chief. I reckon I'd be able to
He's
get the
taller
job
than you,
done.
he's taller than you, got a
He'd be
longer reach.
and a longer reach, absolutely.
He's a country boy from
Yes.
down the
I
York
wouldn't
Peninsula
underestimate
way.
him, Bernie.
No, but you boys did not see Nathan live. Chief and I did. And
Yeah,
it
I'm worried
was
about Bernie. I think Bernie might take
impressive.
him.
Yeah, no, I'm backing you, Nate, for sure.
All right. At number 4, and I work with this guy on a Sunday, and I'm sick of Jay Clark talking up the fact that he had one professional
did.
fight many years
Has
ago.
a video of it on his phone.
It's
Jay-Z
video,
have
and
a
he shows
professional
people.
fight.
So
Yeah,
you're
he
out
does.
at a bar, and he'll show people.
Yeah.
He'll go, "This is what I used to do. I'm Jay Clark now. I run the Herald Sun, but this is what
Did
I
he have a
used to
win?
do." He had a win as well.
4
So
foot
he's
tall.
1 and none. I am 1 and none, and I feel like Jay Clark for me. I think I'd be able to have him covered as well.
He's got to come down a couple of weight divisions.
He's got it on his
Jay-Z.
phone, Jay.
He's got it on his phone. Yep.
I'd love to see that fight.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah,
At number
I'd-
3,
I'd pay to
now I
see
reckon
that.
this guy's a bit of a myth. And I played with this guy, and this one might be a little bit of a stretch. But the push-up king, I reckon I can take the push-up.
My man.
I'd have the
You're on
reach
your
on
own,
him
Nate.
because
I'm not
have
having
you
it.
ever seen how small his arms are? You think my arms are small? His arms are abnormally small for a man who's
confident is this man
normal.
I feel incredibly confident saying he will put you into next week.
No,
he will
he
knock
would.
you clean out.
No,
He would.
no.
He
I
would.
used to train with him and play him a fair bit. I feel like I'd have him covered.
Be a good crowd.
Push-up king.
Yep,
good
the
crowd.
push-up.
It'd be
The push-up
over
would be a
very
great
quickly, that
crowd.
one.
Does how
Good
confident has he got?
Yeah,
Out of
no.
control.
In the
That's
past
false
fortnight.
confidence, that one.
Now, the only reason I got into boxing was because one of our great mates, James Brayshaw, invited me down to do some boxing with Luke Soulis, who we went into Richmond Boxing Club, and I feel like if I am going to take a chump, it'd be Jim at number 2.
Oh, correct. He couldn't punch his way out of a paper bag.
He says he's got craft.
He's got zero craft. He's unfit at the moment too, so he's got a lot of work to do, Jim. To
Only
get back
craft
in.
he has is how to lie down properly on the floor of the ring. Warrior?
That's a fight you should take.
Yeah,
That's
take
one
that.
you should
And at number
take.
1, I've dined out on this for a long time, and the fact that I did kick 5 goals in 15 minutes at
I
the
know where you're
MCG.
going. I know where you're going.
So I'd like to give Jimmy Clement an opportunity to maybe get some of those 5 goals back because it was a great day for me. I've had some few great days since, but Jimmy Clement at number 1,
I
just to give an opportunity to
he
get a
would be on
couple
the
back.
first plane over here if that offer's legitimate.
100%.
He's
and
a
it's
big boy,
Clement,
Jimmy.
not Clement or Clement. He's not French. It's Jimmy Clement.
Jimmy Clement. So that's it. That's it. That's the top 5.
When you
Potential.
started talking about having a day out, I thought Peter Luchak was going to get a run.
I've already beaten him. 6-3, 6-4.
I like it. I like
The
it.
push-up king.
Push-up king in there.
That is, he might storm the studio.
this guy.
push-up.
Yeah. Jake
Push
King.
up.
Jake King is on the line. Jakey, Mark Howard here.
Been
Sorry to
slandered.
interrupt
Yes.
your Friday night. How are you, great man?
I'm good, Howie. How are you, brother?
Well, I couldn't be better to speak to you. So, moments ago, I'm not sure if you're aware, Nathan listed his top 5 chumps that he could beat in a fight, and at number 2, you were there, Jake.
Well, I got a couple of messages, and I didn't think he'd be that stupid. But clearly, I'd be more than happy to entertain that idea because it'll last as long as his modelling career back in football. So I reckon it'll be short-lived.
Can we just state for the record that I was the first one to immediately say, you're no chance, Nate.
And I was second.
And I was
you
the
were
second,
right.
Jackie.
You,
And
you
Zas
got a
was
lot
third.
of love from the rest of us, Jake.
I reckon you'd struggle with the reach, King.
Oh,
So,
he's doubled down.
well, I tell you what, Nathan, if you'd like to, and for the humour of the boys, I'd fight with one hand behind my back, and I'll give you 8-ounce gloves, and I'll wear 20.
There is an offer.
Yes.
This sounds like a Friday huddle
Exclusive
We'll go down
pay-per-view.
to Leo Berry's gym.
Yep, just
And
down to the gym.
King, are you happy to come down and make that happen?
I'm more than happy to. Only I won't be as kind as Rocker with McKernan. Oh, sorry, yeah, with Big Corey. I'm not going to catch him when he falls. So as long as you're happy with that, and if there's a waiver, but can you just call Christine and make sure she's happy with that first of all? Get it signed off by the boss, please.
Hey, Jakey, how's it feel to be called a chump?
So I've been called a lot worse, Damo, but obviously he's scared because he's called me a lot worse than that, especially on air, but he doesn't want to dig his own grave too much. So
He mentioned that you had short arms too, push up, which
And
I
the-
didn't like.
Well, actually, Jakey, let's have a listen because you haven't heard it. This is the first time.
No, please
okay,
do.
Roll the audio tape, Leroy.
I'd love to see that fight.
That'd be good fun.
Yeah,
At number 3,
I'd pay to
now I
see
reckon
that.
this guy's a bit of a myth, and I played with this guy, and this one might be a little bit of a stretch, but the push-up king, I reckon I can take the push-up.
My man.
I'd have the
You're on
reach
your
on
own,
him
Nate.
because
I'm not
have
having
you
it.
ever seen how small his arms are? You think my arms are small? His arms are abnormally small.
A
For a
myth.
man
How
who's
confident is this man
normal,
become?
I feel,
myth,
I feel
Jakey.
incredibly confident saying,
A myth, Jake.
Yeah. Can someone arrange that, please?
Yeah.
Can we set this one up?
We can.